Hey, how's it going, Ponky Boy, Hydro France, Georgie? Good to see you guys. We're going to be getting started in just a minute here. Alrighty guys, so today we're going to be taking a look at a tournament series between Venn and Arin, both of the Via Militaria clan. So definitely going to be in for a good time. I'm just waiting for them to finalize their army picks here, and then once we are loaded in, I will change up the screen and get Warhammer 2 up on the screen. So hope you guys are having a good day today. I'm having a pretty good day so far. Going to be headed to work in just a little bit, but I wanted to get this quick series in before I do. So hey Gary, how's it going? Good to see you. Hey Sotek, how you doing? Alright, hey, thanks Gary, I appreciate it. You're the first sponsor officially, so congratulations sir, thank you very much, it means a lot to me. Gary, the Revification Crystal, keeping me alive here with his healing spells. Alright. We'll have to get some custom emojis made for you now. Alright, so looks like they're ready. We're just getting loaded in now, so I'm going to go ahead and change over to the main screen here. And we'll get started. Alrighty, so we're going to have a matchup between Venn and Arin today. We're going to be having the Dark Elves versus the Dark Elves versus Chaos is game 1. It's going to be fought on the, what is this, MP Herald Ridge? I don't remember the name of this map 100%, but it's this one here with this nice ridge in the center. Going to be allowing for some neat strategy and all sorts of fun shenanigans. Probably expect to see a few Vanguard units start on top of this hill, or else out on this side patch area on either side. It's a very interesting map, and honestly I really like maps that have a little bit of terrain variation. It definitely makes things more interesting in terms of the battle, and yeah, very fun stuff. So you've also got these little patches of woods on the side here where you can potentially hide units for ambush. This side has a lot less woods, and it's a lot shorter of a distance between the hill to the woods. Whereas this side, you've got this nice kind of flat open area right here with this huge concave of woods that goes all the way around. So lots of potential for, you know, different strategy and tactics on this kind of terrain. So I'm very interested to see what we see. So looks like these guys are just getting loaded in now. And let's go ahead and have a look. So for the Dark Elves army, looks like we've got Malekith on foot, backed up by a Canine Assassin. That's interesting. I don't get to use these guys too often myself, so I'm very interested to see how they do. Let's go ahead and look at the spell loadout for Malekith here. Looks like he's got Soul Stealer, Word of Pain, and Power of Darkness, all very good choices. In terms of his item selection, he's carrying Destroyer, Circlet of Iron, and Supreme Spell Shield. So all three, probably why he took him on foot, just so that he could cheap out and get all the items there. He's got 3 Darker Riders with crossbows. Looks like 2 Witch Elves, Blackguard of Naggarond, 4 Dread Spears, a War Hydra. Oh wow, yeah, War Hydra. And then we've got, looks like those are Chaos Forces. So that's pretty much it for the Dark Elves. We've also got a couple of Chaos Marauder Horsemen out here. We've got Chaos Warriors with great weapons all the way up through the center, a frontline meat shield of Chaos Marauders. We've got Aspiring Champions, 4 Forsaken out towards the flanks, 2 on each side. We've got a Shaggoth and who's this? Chaos Sorcerer Lord of Metal. Very interesting. So he's just brought Final Transmutation. Did Final Transmutation get buffed in the last patch? I may have missed that, but very interested to see what exactly that does here. And let's go ahead and take a look. 1 more unit of Marauder Horsemen out on the far side. No throwing axes from any of these guys. So it's pretty interesting. You know, very unusual builds on both sides. You know, Canine Assassin and Malekith on foot is pretty powerful. I mean, Malekith is still a pretty scary character on foot. He obviously doesn't have armor piercing, but, you know, still has solid combat stats, 90 armor, and a wide array of magic and useful magical items. So going to be very interested to see how things go. And yeah, looks like we've got, that's pretty much it. I'm very interested to see how this Final Transmutation does. Final Transmutation is an interesting spell. In the last patch, and I don't know, I didn't see that it was on the ability changes. It may have, you know, Creative Assembly is sometimes bad about telling us when they change spells, but it used to be that it was, I mean, obviously in the last patches of Warhammer 1, it was just crazy overpowered. And then they nerfed it into the ground, and, I mean, it was okay in terms of a direct damage spell. Oh, it looks like we're getting underway here. You can see immediately these Marauder Horsemen wanting to move out, and it looks like Dark Elves going to be, which is Venn, going to be probably pushing up and around this side of the hill, not wanting to just rush up the hill and meet the Chaos Warriors head-on. So Arin is going to be shifting his whole formation over this way, and it looks like we're going to get the kind of main engagement in this area, potentially. These Marauder Horsemen going to immediately be dispatched to come around this way. Marauder Horsemen would be a very good pick for getting on top of Dark Shards, but of course, Venn, like myself, is very much a fan of using the mobile skirmishers rather than the foot skirmishers, just because they're obviously a lot harder to catch. But yeah, we'll see how things go here. Looks like some nice fire going in on those Marauder Horsemen. And yeah, these Forsaken kind of just advancing slowly. He's doing a good job of keeping his force all together and not getting too far out of position here. Some shots coming in, but most of them are going to fall short there. They're going to make a little bit of contact, but not too much damage there on the Forsaken. So one issue that Venn's going to have is because all of his Dark Riders are kind of in a big blob like this, they're not going to have as easy of a time firing. You definitely want to try and spread them out into a firing line, try and get a nice concave of fire. But yeah, so far just really putting a lot of damage on these Marauder Horsemen, which I guess is a decent pick, but probably wants to switch targets to like these Chaos Warriors, for example. They're a little bit more high value here, or perhaps save his ammo for dealing with the Shaggoth in the late game. But yeah, these Marauder Horsemen are now going to push back, and since the Dark Riders can't fire while moving, the Marauder Horsemen are going to be able to chase and get some nice volleys of javelins as they chase here. So you can see some really nice damage actually coming down on these Dark Riders here. And although the Marauder Horsemen have taken quite a bit of damage, you know, they're kind of poking away here. They're also going to be pretty decent against the Hydra. It's only got 50 armor. So, hey, what's up, Black Iron? How's it going? So yeah, the Hydra Breath coming down. Looks like it didn't make too solid a contact. Only got a few of those Chaos Warriors. Only actually killed 2 unit models there. So, rough start for the Hydra there. Looks like he Gaze of Malice going down on those Forsaken. Just continuously kind of trying to get that Marauder Horseman fire. If I were Arin in this situation, I'd probably just kind of pull my Marauder Horsemen back to a safe position back behind my line and just use them as a traditional skirmisher where you just kind of park behind your line and shoot in at this War Hydra here. But it looks like he's trying to commit to this flank engagement here. Now actually looks like he's probably going to be doing that, using the Forsaken to then chase the Dark Riders, which, I mean, they will take some damage there, but mainline engagement's underway. We've got Marauders facing up against these Dread Spears, and massive Soul Stealer going down in the center there. But it looks like Final Transmutation as well, and I'm very interested to see how that actually does here. Final Transmutation is an interesting direct damage in that it will actually kill off unit models a lot faster, but it doesn't seem to do as much damage. So I don't know, I might have to do a little bit more testing with it, but it did some pretty solid damage to this big blob right here. You can see those Witch Elves have taken substantial damage, as have the Blackguard. So far so good. That Shaggoth is going to be pulling away from said Blackguard very wisely. Chaos Sorcerer Lord just using that Arcane Conduit, trying to get enough magic for another Overcast Final Transmutation there. And yeah, this flank is going to be collapsing pretty hard for the Dark Elves. The War Hydra is here kind of holding things up, but a lot of these troops are going to be collapsing now over on this side. You can see the Dread Spears are being terrified away. Oh, wow, they came back from routing really fast, so I guess not so terrified. Over on this side, though, the Marauder Horsemen and the Forsaken have been able to clean up a lot of these Dark Riders. Pretty rough situation for the Dark Elves, all things considered. So it's looking to be more and more in the balance of power in the favor of Chaos as the battle goes on here. So we'll go ahead and grab some of the cinematic action. A beautiful Gaze of Malice right into the flank, just cleaves through those Forsaken. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be enough at this point. And oh man, what was that? Oh, was that the Cainite Assassin's little doohickey there? I don't get to see that too often, but man, that was a really nice placement. Quite a bit of damage. Unfortunately, the Dark Elf infantry has just got completely destroyed at this point. These Blackguard of Nagaron just aren't going to be able to hold up, although they are a very elite halberd unit. It's just they're not going to be able to hold up to so much unit density at this point. So I definitely think that Chaos is going to be able to pull this one out. So yeah, we'll kind of watch as this Cainite Assassin gets circle beaten by these Forsaken here. Pretty rough situation for this guy. He's a decent little assassin type character. Does really high missile damage. I don't know how much of it is armor piercing. I guess we can take a look. Not too much armor piercing, but he does 2 projectiles is the thing, and he has a very fast reload time. Yeah, you can see most of the Dark Elf forces getting mopped up at this point. Just Malekith and the Blackguard. Malekith is still confident somehow, despite his entire army just about being routed off here. But yeah, very nice play from the Chaos player. Very unusual pick with the Lore of Metal Final Transmutation. Might have to do a little bit of testing out with that just to see, see how it does. Maybe they changed it in the last patch and just didn't say anything about it, which is always possible. But oh man, Malekith's just going to cleave that Marauder Horseman right off his horse. But at this point, Malekith doesn't have too much hope. He's going to try and drop another maybe Soul Stealer, looks like, or maybe a Power of Darkness to try and get some extra magic. But yeah, he is going to get surrounded completely by the Chaos Forces at this point. So you can see him yelling about you can hear him rather yelling about suffering and all this and that. But yeah, you can yell all you want, Malekith. You're not going to get out of this situation. So it is going to be a victory for Chaos. Very well played to both players. Hope you guys enjoyed watching that. Oh, did the game crash? No? Oh, looks like we're good. Hey, Eric. How's it going? Yeah, the Shaggoth Pain Train, man. He just can't stop, won't stop. So yeah, I mean, in terms of the army breakdown, the War Hydra ended up being a little bit of a rough pick, really didn't pay itself off, and the one issue I have with War Hydras is their leadership is just super poor. Malekith on foot ended up being very useful in that he was super tanky, got 88 kills, and, you know, managed to get some really nice work done. The Sorcerer Lord of Metal, 81 kills, so maybe I do need to go take a look at that final transmutation, just to kind of see what's what. Alright, so we'll go ahead and change the screen back over to the screen blocker as these guys select their armies. And yeah, so far it's going to be 1-0 Arin. So we'll see if Venn can potentially bring it back to 1-1. This is a best of 3 series. So it should be very, very interesting. And for those of you who are interested, I have a link down in the description below if you want to go look at the brackets. Just as kind of a recap, I'm going to be casting the number 3 league for the Warhammer Fantasy Leagues. I believe Janet on occasion is casting league number 2, which is the Challenger League. And the Pro League, which is the top tier league, is being casted by Party Elite. So if you guys want to see more tournament action from the league, go ahead and check out Janet on occasion and Party Elite. They're both going to be having some tournament action. Of course, you could always go watch J-Dog's Twitch channel as well. I believe he's going to be, you know, streaming some tournament action and doing sort of different things. So, yeah. Black Iron, you gotta throw the hog tag on there too. Me and John Tom both did it. You gotta join in the club, man. Alright, so it looks like Venn has taken the Tomb Kings. And we'll see what the army selection is from Arin. Sweeping! I mean, you gotta throw that out there sometimes with the Hog Clan title. Oh yeah, Hog Riders, you got it right, buddy. Wild hogs and all that. For those of you who don't know, let me see if I can find it here and post it in the actual chat for you to know where this comes from. Let me see. What was it? Was it the... let me see here. Oh, I think I found it. Okay, so for those of you who are wondering where the Sue Pig thing comes from, I'm going to paste the link in chat if you want to go ahead and have a quick watch of this. That will explain everything you need to know. Alright, so looks like we got an undead matchup. We're going to have Tomb Kings versus Vampire Counts. So lots of spooky, scary skeletons incoming. Black Iron, you just got to practice your hog call. You know, I'll tell you what, we'll take a trip. We'll go see Gobbo King. He lives in the south. I'm sure he could teach us how to do a proper hog call. Yeah, that lady at the end of that video, though, man, she's going super ham. No pun intended. Going ham. I'll stop. You think so, John Doe? We'll see. Yeah, Eric, it's pretty disturbing. I guess I should have probably put a trigger warning before I posted that. Yeah, that's where the Sue Pig thing comes from, if any of you guys are wondering. If you ever hear that on this channel, on Turin or Gabo or whoever, that's where that comes from. Yeah, Black Iron, I think you would have need to have grown up like on a farm with pigs to be good at actually good at hog calling. I mean, I've never lived on a farm or raised pigs, so I mean, I can pretend I can hog call, but I can't really. Okay, wow. Ooh, man, this is going to be fun. I'm excited for you guys to see this. Sometimes Dov does wait. Right now, Dov does await this glorious battle, but it will be glorious, no doubt. I am excited. Dov stays. Oh, I love it. Hey, J-Dog, how's it going? Just doing a nice series between Venn and Arin. So far, it's 1-0 for Arin, so we'll see. Oh, no, it's still going. We're just waiting in between lobbies. They're just about ready to get started, I think, on game 2 here. Alrighty. Alright, I think these guys are almost ready here. It's, one of them's ready, I should say. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a good Saturday so far. It's going to be a good weekend, definitely. Hope you all had a good week, and if applicable, a good Valentine's Day. You know, if you have a significant other that you spent some time with, I hope you had a good time. It's been a lot of fun. Been having a ton of fun with the channel, and yeah, just overall, man, the amount of support I've been getting is overwhelming. I mean, by the time I get back from work today, I'll probably be at 2,000 subs. So I just want to say thanks for all you guys' support. It means a lot to me. And yeah, we're going to keep this train rolling, keep the channel growing, and hopefully we'll be at 10,000 subs in no time. Alright, looks like we're getting loaded in now, so we'll go ahead and switch back over to the main screen. All right, man. I really gotta get an SSD. That's my my next major purchase for my computer is going to be an SSD, because actually I'm running this off of a hard disk drive, which, you know, it's not the end of the world. It runs pretty well once you load in. It's just the load times are a little bit longer than I would like them to be, especially when I'm playing campaigns. So you guys probably noticed in my my head-to-head with Lore Master of Sotek, the end turn times and the load times can sometimes take a really long time, especially like the first time you're loading in. But once it kind of gets everything in the, you know, in the active memory, then it doesn't take as long. But usually the first few times you're loading up a specific faction or, you know, what have you, it'll take quite a while. But one thing that they did change in this patch that I'm sure you guys have noticed, it's particularly noticeable on maps like this with lots of snow, but the Chaos Invasion of the Old World seems to be over. All the Candy Cane Red and the Siege Pink has been taken off of all the Old World maps, so they're not all sickly looking anymore. Which is definitely nice. You know, don't want to have to do too much with color correction and all that jazz. So, all right, looks like these guys are pretty much loaded in now. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the vampires first. At Arin's vampires here. So we've got Manfred von Karstein. Looks like he's got just Raised Dead and Invocation. Very interesting. Also got a Terrorgeist, Skeleton Spearman, Unholy Lodestone Corpse Cart. We've got a few zombies, 3 zombies. One of them is the Tithe. 3 Graveguard. One of them is the Sternsman. 2 Crypt Horrors. We've got, let's see, 1 unit of Blood Knights on the far side. A couple Skeleton Spears. And that's pretty much it. So fairly straightforward, nothing too fancy here. For the Tomb Kings, we've got a front line of Tomb Guard with halberds. We've got the Kepper Guard, Regiment of Renown Tomb Guard, as well as 1 more unit of Sword and Board Tomb Guard. We've got 2, count them, 2 Hero Titans. Going to be very good against the vampire counts. They do have flaming and magic damage, and of course carry Shem's Burning Gaze and Spirit Leech. We've also got a Tomb Scorpion, which I can't believe didn't get a cost increase or anything in the last patch, to be honest. We've got Arcan the Black on foot. Let's go ahead and take a look at his spell loadout here. He's got his Tomb Blade of Arcan, very powerful, Staff and Nagash as well, Liber Mortis, and just Spirit Leech. So looking to be taking down those Vampire Counts characters, and just supporting his infantry engagement. We've also got a Lich Priest of Nehekara for that additional healing. He's got Incantation of Cursed Blades, Incantation of Protection, and Incantation of Desiccation, and the Scroll of Mighty Incantation. So going to be getting access to a lot of Winds of Magic here, and the battle is underway, so let's go ahead and watch what happens. So Tomb King's just going to be pushing straight up across the pipe. Both of these players have brought fairly straightforward rush armies, so nothing too fancy here from either side. It's just going to be a matter of the kaiju battle, you know, the large monstrous creatures, what's going to happen with them. So the Hero Titan, because it has flaming and magic damage, well, the flaming damage in particular is going to be very good against Terrorgeist. Man, Arcan looks like such a boss. Look at that hat, man. He's such a pimp. But yeah, you can see it looks like a Spirit Leech going to be opening up on Manfred. No big surprise there. That being said, Manfred obviously can regenerate a lot of those Spirit Leeches away. The Shem's Burning Gaze also does fire damage. You can see here it causes magical and fire damage. So you want to be shooting that at the Terrorgeist. I think that would be the best, most optimal target in this army. Let's go ahead and watch, though. These Tomb Guard are just kind of slowly trudging up towards the enemy. The Scorpion's going to open things up here by just waddling straight through those zombies and immediately popping up on the other side of the line and just going to be going to town on this corpse cart. So that's one of the things that makes the Tomb Scorpion super hard to deal with, is he was able to just pop through that entire line of crypt horrors like they were nothing and immediately get onto this corpse cart here. Yeah, the issue is, though, he's going to get a little bit isolated here, jumped on by Manfred and the Terrorgeist. So if they can just take out this Tomb Scorpion really fast, it's going to be very advantageous. You can see he's trying to get the animation to proc to go back under, but the Tomb Scorpion's taking a lot of damage here, dropping that nice physical resistance, though, from Arin, protecting all of this line. The Hero Titan is in here, going to be lasering some of these zombies and the Crypt Horrors. It is obviously going to be very good against the Crypt Horrors because they have the standard regeneration trait, which makes them weak to fire. Looks like the Lich Priest to drop in some support here spells in here. Arin just kind of be dropping Spirit Leech, I believe. I heard it go off. Yeah, I'm not sure if that was from one of the Hero Titans or from Arin, but Spirit Leech nonetheless being dropped on Manfred. You can see the Hero Titans kind of waddling through the back line here. All the vampire units that have the standard regeneration trait are just going to get stomped on by the Hero Titans, and this is one of the reasons why I think the vampires struggle mightily with the Tomb Kings. The Tomb Kings are a really good counter. They have halberds, they have they have these big monstrous units that cause fire damage. Let's see, you're going to be dropping a Shem's Burning Gaze just point blank right into those Crypt Horrors, just blasting them in the face. Probably took out a solid unit model there. The Sternsmen also have the standard regeneration trait, so again, they're going to take extra damage from these Hero Titans here. But so far, Manfred and the Terrorgeist have managed to stay very healthy. They squashed the Scorpion here, and they're looking very healthy so far. They are going to, at some point, have to come down into combat, though, and face these Hero Titans. So it looks like the Red Duke is just dropping in to do that now. Or, sorry, not the Red Duke, Manfred. And the Terrorgeist doing the same. Terrorgeist is going to have to be careful, though. Again, the Hero Titans do have flaming attacks, so they're going to be extra good against the Terrorgeist. So, like, if both of them, for example, start just circle beating on the Terrorgeist, it's going to be a really bad day. You can see Manfred's taking some pretty extreme damage, though. I mean, even without a bonus versus large or anything, the Hero Titans still do incredibly heavy weapon damage. They have great combat stats, so you can see the Kepler Guard, though, are suffering. A lot of the Tomb King's infantry is suffering pretty badly. The Grave Guard are also crumbling in many situations, but, or no, those are actually zombies. Grave Guard are holding up very well. Grave Guard are a very nice unit against the Tomb Kings. They can pretty much take care of any Tomb King's infantry, allowing the rest of your army to be dedicated at taking down, the constructs. You can see, probably, let's see, the scroll being used there to get extra power recharge, and basically it means the scroll's effect is everyone within an area of effect. For every friendly unit within an area of effect, you get more Winds of Magic, which is a very strong ability, especially when you're fighting in a big blob-type engagement like this. You can see the Terrorgeist not taking too much damage so far, and he's actually able to put a pretty decent beating on this Hero Titan here. It is somewhat crumbling here. Leadership's not holding up too well, but it's going to be a very grindy fight between these two factions here. Just repeated cycle charges from Manfred and from that Terrorgeist. Going to be pretty rough. Yeah, Manfred's not taking too much damage, and honestly, these Hero Titans are taking a beating. At least the one is so far. But we'll kind of see. I'd imagine this battle is going to be pretty long and grinding, but we'll see. Let's see here. So yeah, Arin the Black also got that Staff in the Gash to give him more recharge rate and ability recharge, so going to be dropping another Spirit Leech on Manfred, just trying to take him down. Honestly, it probably would have been better, in my opinion, to cut one of these Hero Titans and to bring a Necrosphinx instead, but that's just me personally. The Hero Titans are just a little bit slow, and the Necrosphinx can kind of, it's like a Shaggoth in that it's fast, it can charge in and out. It has the anti-large bonus as well to help deal with the Dragon and the Terrorgeist here. But you can see, because a lot of the Tomb King's infantry has crumbled away, the Vampire Count's Chaff is able to inundate in here, and these Blood Knights are able to get in here as well. Blood Knights are going to be able to do some solid damage. They have pretty nice weapon strength, an anti-large bonus. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Only 11 armor piercing, but a 22 bonus versus large, which is huge. It's absolutely huge. And especially if these Blood Knights, he's not really cycling very aggressively right now, but if you really wanted to take advantage of that 78 charge bonus and we're cycling aggressively in and out, the Blood Knights would be doing even more damage. So yeah, it's a little bit of a grind fest here in this big blob. You can see skeletons just kind of whacking each other with all sorts of implements. And yeah, it's going to be pretty wild. The Tomb Guards will do okay here. They'll definitely hold their own. You can see their leadership is still holding up for the time, but at this point the vampire counts are still so healthy with the Tomb Scorpion going down, and now this Hero Titan looks like it's about to go down as well. It's only being supported by the Tomb Blade of Arcan there. Balance of power is very heavily in the favor of the vampire counts, so very interesting. Typically, I think this is a pretty tough matchup for the vampire counts, but I like the build that Arin brought. I like how he played it as well. I do think that Venn maybe made a few mistakes, especially with that Tomb Scorpion early on, but very well played to both players. Yeah, we're just going to kind of grab some cinematic action as the grind out finishes here. This Hero Titan is a cool looking unit for sure, and very good against the vampire counts. I think you only need one rather than two, but I do like the pick of Arcan the Black. Again, his Tomb Blade also gives him fire damage, so again, making him very good against regenerating type units. But yeah, I definitely think you need the Necrosphinx, at least one Necrosphinx. The Regiment of Renown, again, flaming and magic attacks, so it is very, very useful, but the Ushabti summon being brought up a little bit too late to really have an effect on the battle. I think that yeah. You can see a lot of these vampire units have been able to get to their healing cap, particularly these Crypt Horrors, which is a really nice value out of that corpse cart there. He was almost able to goon that corpse cart early on with the Tomb Scorpion, but then it ended up kind of being disadvantageous because he got the Tomb Scorpion caught out away from his line without any support, and it kind of just got squashed there by the Zombie Dragon and the Terrorgeist. So yeah, this corpse cart, man. Corpse carts are really nice in this patch because they got a little bit of a cost reduction as well. And oh man, let's watch this animation as the Hero Titan falls. So cool, and the souls explode out of his face, and he just falls over. Oh man, beautiful, beautiful stuff. So that is going to be this series. Arin will take that one 2-0, and pretty convincing wins there. So well played to both players. Hope you all enjoyed watching. That is going to be it for today, so thank you all very much. Yeah, the +5/+5 from the cart is really good, and considering that you can bring a regular corpse cart for 250 points, I mean, that's a hard value to beat for sure. So well played all. Thank you all for joining. Yeah, if you like this kind of content, like and subscribe. I'm keeping it coming with more Total War Warhammer 2 content every single day, so stay tuned for more, and we will see you next time.